Hit it.
It's
Press that button.
I don't even remember how to do these things anymore. Is this which camera am I supposed to?
There's just too many shows, too many cameras. The light ring is all up in your pupils now.
I know, man. But if I turn it down,
then you can't see you. I know.
It's just kind of so it's like full blowers, like, oh my god, like when they open the chest in Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's like
yeah. Face melting brightness. Don't look at it. Close your eyes.
Maybe.
Close your eyes. Billy Hunt, open your eyes.
Whoa.
He looks like the guy in Raiders.
I didn't think Hunt could open his eyes that wide. Hello. He's muted. He might know he's muted. I don't know if he knows he's muted or not. Either way, it's Monday.
Yes, it is.
I knew it, and I still kept talking.
He's muted, and he's going, fuck you, spending. Episode 226, Snakes and Stogies, brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram. Go to blackboxcages.com. Follow him around. Rose is outside. He might get abducted by aliens live because they're real. The government.
He's not in New Jersey.
No one even cared. I haven't even been following that whole thing. What's the? Can someone give me a brief Cliff Notes version of the Jersey drone thing? Because I don't.
Yes. May I, gentlemen? May I? Very large SUV-sized drones are flying in synchronous orbit over the coastline of the eastern seaboard. And when people are inquiring to local authorities about it, local authorities just go, I don't know. And that's where we're at.
Big legit SUV sized drones?
Yeah, which is crazy because there's a bunch of drone companies out there that make like car-sized drones for God knows what. Yeah, well, no, that some of them are weaponized for the military, some of them are reconnaissance, some of them are load bearing. So like they make them. It's just you don't normally see them flying over suburban Jersey. So
there's a lot of important information in those Jersey suburbanites.
It just gives people a reason to talk about UFOs.
Yeah, well, like I said, we might see Rosa get sucked up by one.
It'd be nice.
I wouldn't fight him. He's like,
no. What am I gonna do? Easier to punch an alien than a ghost, but still.
Remember that movie Hall Pass? They were talking about the alien. She's like, and then they came down and the light came out and I walked right in. Can you believe that would happen, Rick? What would you do? He's like, would you go in if a UFO landed? He's like, I would right now if one.
Well, it's like now every time I think of UFOs, I just think of the movie Paul.
Oh, I fucking love
you guys saw that? That movie's fantastic. It's fantastic. So,
well, black box cages are fantastic.
Blackboxcages.com.
We got derailed a little bit there. Use the code THN24 at checkout. Get a little bit of a discount and then save even more. There's a pickup option so you don't have to worry about FedEx or UPS and the crazy package apocalypse that they deal with this time of year. And if you're in sort of the semi-regional nearby vicinity of North Georgia, you can just drive on down and pick it up yourself. You don't have to worry about. You are your own delivery person when you do that, and
yes,
you can move it from A to B with the personal care that you determine.
Yes.
And then fullobviousapparel.com. Use the code THN at checkout. 15% off your order. It's the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you. I got a lot of stuff I got to add to the website. Your boy hasn't had a whole lot of time. Your boy's tired. I'm old.
Have a few more hobbies that'll help.
I'm not Rosa old, but I'm pretty old.
Is Rosa? Are you older than me?
Almost positive. Yeah, 42.
Oh yeah, you're old.
Yeah,
you're older than
I'm
me.
old.
You win.
It's fine. I'm okay.
I turned 34 in a few days. My knees are already on their way out.
That'll happen.
Fucking arthritis.
That'll happen.
I'm kidding.
I'm just overweight. And cold-blooded caffeine.
Hey, coffee. That's right. It's been a weird.
Tis the season.
We just haven't. We're not on that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's good.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
There's actually
caffeine.com. Greatest coffee around.
Yes.
Snakes and Stogies blend is where it's at. Use the code SMOKE at checkout, and that should get you a discount as well because we got all the discount codes for all the stuff. What else? Steaks and Stogies blend and many other their house
What's
blends.
y'all's flavor? I'm not
A lot
into
of
coffee,
other.
but I know all the different ones have flavor.
Ours isn't infused or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just regular.
It's a medium roast.
It's delicious.
It
Just
really
like
is
me.
delicious and nutritious.
It's like an everyday.
Most definitely.
It's like an everyday drink. Everyday
Yeah.
time.
Take the coffee of Mexico and the coffee of Rwanda, and you just
Interweave.
interweave them.
Do that 4 or 5 more times.
In
I
slow
thought that
yet
was
rapid
Jake's foot
succession.
for a sec.
Thought it was.
Oh God.
This is Jake's feet.
Jesus.
The best part of waking up is snakes and stogies in your cup.
Nate said the drones are just trying to recon the best place to get some gabagool.
That's good, Nate. Good stuff.
Oh, God.
Nate also got so he ordered some shirts, and as a little Christmas like Smitty Claus surprise, I included a beanie with the Tomistoma patch on it.
Nice.
He
nice.
says the Tomistoma patch is the shit.
If anybody is deserving of crocodilian swag, it's Nate.
Oh, I posted the picture, and he's like, "Oh man, I need that on a hat," and I was like, before he even messaged me, I was like, "Nate, place an order. I'm gonna sneak one of these in here."
Yeah.
So like. I mean, I sprinkle some extra goodies in there periodically.
It's good, man. It's good.
What are we smoking? Rosa, what you got?
Yeah.
I have a Nica Rustica, Connecticut broadleaf.
Nice.
I can't tell where my camera is. Where are you? Oh, that's not going to help anyway.
Down
There we
and to
go.
your left. There you go.
Those are good. I love those. I still smoke those on a regular basis.
Nice.
First
nice.
one I've had so far.
They're very smoky, so they throw off a ton of smoke. So I usually tell people if you're going to smoke them outside. Like if you're in a shop or something, it kind of sucks. If you have 2 people smoking those at the same time, you hotbox the hell out of that place. And same in here sometimes if I got, the garage door cracked or something and I have a Nica Rustica going, it gets pretty dense.
Yeah. It's going for a veteran's tobacco, but I was out of them.
Ah, you're enjoying it, huh?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. I busted out Old Faithful. Liga Privada number 9.
Numero 9.
Numero 9.
Hecho a mano para el jefe. That's what it says on the label.
Yes. See.
So I found a little 5-pack sampler thing at the shop because this time of year Raj gets a lot of gift
Stocking
set
stuffers.
things, yeah. And so he had the CAO Escaparete, and this is I think the last one in that box. There was 5 of them, and these things are pretty freaking good. The box had this whole thing, whole spiel of there's notes of gingerbread and what else? Some really weird flavor notes, and I'm like, is this flavored and I don't even know it? Am I about to buy these and it's about to be sweetened and taste like freaking potpourri?
Brazil nuts and dirty snow.
Yeah, and it actually is not. These are actually probably one of the best CEOs I've had ever, and I'm actually bummed this is the last one. But I think every year, it sounds like every year they release these, or maybe it's a newer thing, and every year they're going to release them, and the blend's going to be a little different from the previous years. But I don't know if let's play this game again. Can you? That can't even. That can't, is it?
It's tough. You can kind of see it.
Yeah. So it's good. It's good smoke.
Nice. And Billy Hunt, what are we imbibing?
Fruit punch.
Is he frozen?
Sweet beanbag cherry sitting in.
Yeah.
I think so.
He's not frozen. He's just stuck.
Fruit punch again. I'm really good at just staying real still.
It's like a copy.
Yeah, it's my fruit punch again. Yeah.
But I'm also lighting with this Fulvius Zippo.
I think it's great.
I want to do all the sides though too. I want to do like this side and the top. I want to like fully. So this was a tester with the new laser and stuff. I tried doing some snakes and stogies zippos a couple weeks ago with the old laser, and I royally messed up the one or two that I bought, and it sucks because those things are like $15 a piece, and I ruined both of them. So it's nice to know that with this new laser, I can do these and not worry about that. So we'll have to do another round of snakes and stogies lighters proper soon. So, but I already got the torch insert for it and everything, and I don't know. I'm a sucker for a Zippo. I don't know what it is about them. I like the fidgetiness of them, but you know. And I like that I stole the Louis Vuitton layout and replaced it with the Fulvius thing too. So might be a little douchey, but I like it.
You gotta make a hat.
It just looks like a cool pattern.
They don't have a monopoly on little stars and spade-shaped things.
Probably not. Plus, it just looks like a cool pattern until you get right up into it, and then it's got logo and everything on it. It's pretty nice.
Is this a Louis Vuitton Zippo? Wait a second. That's
Like,
not an
no,
LV.
it's cooler than that. Let me tell you about pythons.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about snakes and smoking cigars.
Are there lady cigar smokers in your guys' club? Well, Jake does enjoy the nice flavored
burn.
not even here.
Man.
I'm kidding. Jake actually likes the Romacraft Cro-Magnons a lot, so I have to give him mad props there. But in the club, I mean, I don't. Have we had any women that have smoked cigars
Dom,
In this snakes
On
and
the show?
stogies.
on the show? I don't think we
I don't
have.
think so. No.
I don't. They do exist. It's
Yeah.
it's almost always, from what I've seen and working at the shop and stuff, is like it's something that wives will do with their husbands. You know, they both got an interest in it, kind of the same way that they would with like wine or something. There's been only a couple times where maybe there used to be this group of older ladies that would come to the shop. There was like 3 or 4 of them, and they would smoke. They would come to the shop and smoke and hang out, and it was a trip because they'd walk in and normally I'm used to women coming in and saying, I need like a sweet cigar, like something flavored. And this one lady came in, she's like, "Where's your LFDs?" And I swear to God, this woman had to be
Nice.
in the 60s. And I was like, my kind of woman. I was like,
Yes.
come with me. Like, I was amazed. I was like, no fucking way. She's like, "Where's the double Lajeros?" I was like, Jesus.
It's a fucking veteran. I love it.
that's pretty good. I was gonna say, Lisa, I'll bring some to the next Sacramento show, and we can go hang out after.
Yeah, well, we gotta get Lisa some sticks and then have her come on, and she can be the first female guest to smoke a cigar on the show.
Love Lisa, so cool.
Yeah, she's the best, man.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you not love her? She's fantastic.
What's new?
Let's go round robin. Rosa, go for it. What's popping?
Got everything as wintered as it's going to get over here, aside from those 2 Daytona corns that I'm still assist feeding.
Really?
Ugh.
Yeah, dude,
They were small.
I've gotten them.
Yeah.
They've taken. They were so tiny to begin with, and they just they won't do anything. I got them to a couple times. I've gotten pinkies down their throats. You know, they'll get them in their mouth, and then one of them just decides to start eating, and it's great. I can't get them to take anything on their own. Right now, they're back on rat tails, because last time I had, the last half of the pinky was just all over my hand while my mom was sitting there laughing at me.
It's so frustrating.
And, yeah, not much other than that. Just kind of gearing up for Christmas and the kid going on winter break, and way too much work because it's Christmas season. Got to go hang out with the animals for a good long time yesterday while I went and hung out with my parents. We had a fucking tornado here on Saturday.
Really?
Like 10 miles away from my house. in like the next town over.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And thank you very much, Lisa.
Yeah, that's about
So
it.
you keep the majority of your stuff at an offsite location.
Everything.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought you had most stuff at your house.
I did, but then landlords decided that
Oh yeah.
that was the whole thing, and so I moved everything. My parents were cool enough to let me move everything into a room they have attached to their garage.
Excellent.
And so yeah, I got to move everything over there. I've got I actually got to break out my second AP rack that I've had just sitting in the garage for years.
Hell yeah.
So it's like I ordered one 2 years ago and I just get to use it now. But
great,
that means you just got it like last week, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, I've got everything set up over there, and it's super cool because my mom goes, and my mom's actually taken over all of the geckos. So she goes and feeds and waters and hangs out with them. And then yeah, I've got like the frogs just hanging out in his little gross leather sack skin because it's winter and he wants nothing to do with anything.
Nice.
And everybody else is just hungry and pissed off.
Me too, he says.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's good
Yeah,
stuff.
Mike said aren't wildfires enough. Are you guys
seriously?
on like some cursed hollowed ground
And
or something
earthquakes.
where you're getting every major natural disaster that could happen?
Oh, yeah, you guys just got earthquakes, didn't you?
Dude, we just had a tsunami warning last weekend.
Jesus.
And then now we had a tornado this most recent weekend. Wildfires and earthquakes are just something that happens. So yeah.
Dude, I felt so bad for you when you had to move all that stuff because like you had just moved it, and then I think it was like the next day. It's like, oh yeah, see all that smoke? That's a wildfire coming directly towards my parents' house.
I forgot about that.
My God, dude!
Right after I moved everything, there was a fire like just over this little hill from my parents' house. My mom was sending me pictures of the smoke plumes, and that's an area that had burned down 7-8 years ago, something like that. So everybody's super cautious of it. But yeah, that was fucking terrifying.
Yeah, man, I'll take the hurricanes. Like I can deal with hurricanes. I feel like that's plenty for me.
Yeah, man. Wildfire's no joke, man. No joke.
No, at least I had all the tubs over there ready to go, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's not great.
Yeah, for sure. It's
You, Randy.
Randy said, I know Billy doesn't smoke, but doesn't he look high as the motherfucker?
Meanwhile, Billy's just chiefing away over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like
off
in the
camera.
closet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a fucking rebreather off camera. Oh man. All right, Smitty, you're next.
Not a whole lot. The isometric slings have been an interesting endeavor. Mostly because they're so damn small, it's really hard to tell if they're eating or not. So like last week,
You feed them Heidi Eye?
I tried that. I had separated them, set them all up, and then I gave them a couple days, and then I went and got a fruit fly culture from PetSmart. Put the fruit flies in the fridge to kind of slow them down and sort of stall them out so I could separate them a little bit, which works great for about 60 seconds. And then they warm back up, and then they're back to moving, and they're all over the place again. So I'm still trying to kind of navigate how to go about doing that without having a bunch of loose fruit flies all over the place.
Yeah,
unsuccessfully, might I add. So
you just got to do it outside.
Yeah, maybe. I do need the peanut. I need peanut bottle. Oh my God, peanut beetles. Sanchez.
Peanut beetles.
I meant to get some when I had dart frogs, and I never did. And it's because they were kind of expensive at the time. I don't know. For some reason, peanut beetles compared to mealworms or other stuff are just they cost more. I don't know why. It's weird. But regardless, tried the Heidi Eye the first time. Woke up the next morning, checked, and they were all pretty much still alive and just sort of buzzing around the vials. So maybe I pre-killed them, put them back in, left to see if they'd eat them overnight or something. Then got nothing. So then I just cut up a couple mealworms into thirds, Gave them each a piece of mealworm. Noticed one or two kind of were eating on it before I'll go in and check on them after lights out before I go to bed just to see, because once the lights are out, then they'll start moving around and doing their thing. A couple of them started eating a little bit, and then next day went through and pulled all the uneaten stuff out because it molds pretty quick. And then I gave it another week or so, came back to the Heidi Eye, and this was last night. Put a fruit fly in each one, and pretty much all of them ate a fruit fly.
Nice.
Without being pre-killed, like grabbed it, ate it.
For those listening real quick, we were talking about neotropical bark scorpions, babies that are very, very tiny, and Heidi are a type of fruit fly. So for those wondering, there you go.
And
shout out Jeff Frederick.
The Heidi Eye, for context, in relation to the size of these scorpions, would be like the size of like an adult cricket to an adult one of these scorpions.
Oh, wow.
Like, it's a decent sized meal. Like, that's kind of what my main concern was initially, was like, can they even manage to grab one of these and overpower it long enough to, sting it?
Yeah.
And then, incapacitate it. And it's, they can, because I checked on them last night again. I turned the lights out and did some other stuff, and then just before I went to bed, went in and looked, and pretty much all of them were going to town on a fruit fly. So that's going to be a big help, because basically I'm at the point now to try and get some size on them so that I can get them to where I can just put in small crickets or something, and they're getting something a little more substantial.
Right.
So hopefully within a meal or two of these Heidi Eye, it gets some into a molt, and we can get some size on them and get things grow.
That was my next question. So did you peel these off mom, or were these already molted a couple times and wandering around on their own?
So they molted once, and I removed them from mom.
Okay.
Next time, because I have a feeling she's gravid again, pregnant again, which isn't uncommon. The next brood, I'm gonna, if she does have another one cooking, I'm gonna leave these in with them for longer to see what happens, because the concern is like, once they have moved off mom and they're more independent, that's when there's a likelihood that mom will eat them or dad will eat them. Even though it's a communal species, I think it's still not uncommon for you to lose a couple to cannibalism in that regard. So
yeah, got to replenish the nutrients.
I want to see what the difference is in terms of like, do they seem to grow faster? Is mom helping them eat? Like, are they all, if I give them a cricket, are they all going to be feeding on it because mom's there, she's got it, like handling it? Am I going to make my life easier by letting them hang out with mom longer than pulling them? So we'll see about that, but haven't lost any so far. All 18 are still kicking.
Nice.
And they're all doing good. I have noticed within the last couple days, like, a lot more of them were sitting out on the bark, sort of in ambush position, like waiting. So I thought that was interesting, because before they were pretty much hiding constantly, and then for whatever reason, maybe they got hungry enough, they started sitting out, tail up, chelicerae open, sort of ready to go.
Nice.
And then other than that, did some water changes yesterday. Found a baby rhino with visible subcutaneous worms at the tail.
Oh, geez.
But so I'm going to document it and sort of keep some information on deck for it if I see it again. So the weird thing is that this is the first rhino of the group that started taking frozen thawed pinkies, and it has not had a Rosie in several weeks, couple months, but it has two. It may be one worm. I can't really tell. It looks like two, but it could be one. I'm not entirely sure yet. And this one hasn't had Rosies in a long time, which is likely where these worms would have come from, because I can't think of anything else that would have given it to them. So I'm going to get a plan of attack as far as treating that. Talked to Doc Wyman a little bit, who talked to his vet buddy, Dr. Dale, who we've had on previously once or twice. I think once with Doc Wyman. It's been a long time, but he mentioned like a ivermectin ointment of sorts that I'm going to give a shot and see how that does, and sort of keep everyone posted on that as far as how it goes. But it's just really bizarre because, again, this snake in particular hasn't had a rosy in weeks, but for some reason it's got worms. So could just be crappy luck of the draw. Out of the hundreds of rosies that I've fed off, I have not seen this issue with anything else. So I guess statistically it was probably due to happen.
Sure.
So we'll see. I mean, I was talking to Jack Oliver yesterday about guppy tank and sort of the basics to set one of those up to hopefully maybe not have this issue again with the rosies. But I guess, if I end up getting guppies from PetSmart, are they going to be any better than the rosies from PetSmart?
Yeah.
I don't really know, but it's we'll see. So
yeah,
See
frustrating,
if
but
you've got somebody local that
it's an
breeds the
interesting
guppies already.
learning experience.
You could do guppies, platies, swordtails, mollies. You could do a whole bunch of stuff and get them locally and probably not have to go through any pet store.
Yeah, I'd have to look. I don't know anybody locally, like fish people locally. If there's a scene that exists here, I don't know about it, and I don't see anything from it. So we'll see. But
there's usually fish people are more prevalent than us with the reptiles in any area.
yeah,
It shouldn't be hard to find somebody.
Yeah, or honestly, you could probably set up a swordtail tank, for your daughter, and they breed like weeds, and then as soon as you get some fry, scoop them out, separate them, raise those up. By third gen of just eating flake food, I'm sure, or pellet food, I'm sure they'll be devoid of whatever they had floating around in that communal pet shop system.
Like Jack said too, you can treat them like it wouldn't be hard to get it ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an entirely new world that I know absolutely nothing about. So
Just keep the water clean, man.
Yeah.
It's so much easier than you've done dart frogs, you'll be fine.
I had a little tank of guppies when I was like 9.
Or you do what I do, go out and find some flag ponds or some temporal pools and catch whatever's there, and do the same, 3-generation cycle with those. And most of the flagfish and cypress bog inhabited Southeast United States puddle fish, whatever you want to call them, for lack of my better nomenclature.
Puddlensis.
Yeah, they do really well with not crazy clean water, high acid, high tannins, all of that. So
yeah,
I keep a warmouth cichlid, or it's not even a cichlid. It's I guess it's a type of flagfish, but it's predatory, and I maintain fairly high pH, and it doesn't get a lot of water circulation. It's in a 5-gallon tank, and it's happy as a clam. So those little pond fish.
Say mosquito fish too, like Jack said.
Yeah,
you can get those everywhere.
The nice thing is I don't care if they're colorful and pretty or not. Like they're feeders. Like they can be freaking gross dried blood brown for all I care. I don't like.
Well, if you find a mom and pop pet shop that has fish, there's a good chance they have a feeder tank that's just all of their random platies and stuff.
Yeah.
The one that used to be open here, it would be like 10 for $1. And it was all a whole bunch of platies that you could get, and you could start a whole thing with those.
Nice.
Platies are a little bigger than regular guppies.
Yeah, but I mean, you can feed them at whatever size you need. And then you could feed them as the snakes get bigger too, if you wanted to do that.
Tank of glowfish.
I hated those when I worked at a pet shop.
Why?
It's just, I don't like the process to it.
Yeah, it's kind of a
man-made nonsense.
Yeah, kind of funky. But neon tetras are awesome, especially when people do like those high tannin naturalistic tanks. I love that. Neon tetras.
Like those were cool. If you get a big school of those in like a planted tank, it's hard to beat those. But
for sure.
I always like the Danios. All the different Danios.
Oh yeah, dude, Danios are great.
Zebra Danios as a feeder once, and it did not work.
Yeah, they're really fast.
They're very fast. It was like snakes ain't catching these. Damn it! Why did I get these? So other than that, that's pretty much everything that's going on. I got some chondro pairings happening, and the male's been cuddled up with the female a lot. So maybe something's happening there. I don't know.
Good.
But
good luck.
That's pretty much it.
Billy?
Not too much from the last time I talked to you guys.
Yeah.
I was actually supposed to see Phil yesterday.
Yeah.
But that didn't work out. So I was going to head down there, and the major point of it was to get a big fridge for brewmating some of the stuff I have. But an hour into the trip, I ended up getting a flat tire and made the choice to, instead of trying to go another 2.5 hours, decided just to limp home and deal with that. So
I won't lie, man. I really thought that, because I guessed the surprise, I really thought you guys were messing with me. And I was like, man, I'm going to get there and they're going to be, eating dinner without me, and haha, surprise. And I got there and I didn't see your truck, and I was like, oh no, they really did get a flat. Oh no.
Yeah, I was bummed, man. You can ask Sam. We sat there in a parking lot of this gas station, and it was probably a good 5-10 minutes. And I'm like, what should we do? I was so on the fence, but
yeah. If you weren't getting the refrigerator, it probably would have been okay. But for you to put the weight of that in the truck, and a spare tire, and it's just not worth it, man. It's not worth it. Be rational.
Yeah, that's what I did. So I don't know. We'll see. I might go this coming weekend. The lady's been super, super nice to me and all that. She's like been boxing people out that want it because I said I wanted it. So I need to get down there and get it.
Okay.
We'll see.
Even if you come down for an hour, just let me know. We'll meet up or something. It's literally like 10 minutes from Anna Maria's house. So
yeah, that's what she was saying. I felt bad because I know she said she was going to get food and all that.
Oh yeah, we were prepped.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Felt horrible, but
it's all right.
Yeah, besides that, just kind of status quo. I was hoping by now to already have some stuff in the in the fridge to get that going, but
well, what's the weather by you? I mean, I've been having real intermittent cool drops. Have you been consistently cool enough to open a window?
Yeah, I mean, we've been getting in the 40s or so at night.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All that and overcast and all that. So, yeah, it's been fairly regular with the cooler weather.
That's good. That's good.
As much as it is here, it'll warm up here in the next couple of days, and that'll be it. That was winter.
Now that you've gotten consistent, good, cool droppage, how are the tortoises faring? Did they already start to hunker down? Are they still brazen during the day?
Oh yeah, the mountains are, nothing really slows them down. Okay. I fed them today. So I'll just go to all my hibiscus plants and Mexican petunias, and I'll get all the flowers I can carry, and then I'll just throw them through all over the enclosure, and they just go crazy. It's today it was overcast and 50, and you wouldn't have guessed you would have thought they were in 90-degree weather.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and they're getting in the water, and yeah, they're those things are cool.
Nice. Yeah. Good stuff, man.
They don't care.
They really don't. Supposedly they're supposed to be the most cold hardy tortoise out there. So I'm seeing that they don't slow down at all.
I mean, they got to be one of the highest elevation species, I would think, naturally, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but
what is
crazy
the elevation?
I don't know the exact, but
high.
It's crazy how their like temperatures stay so consistent though. You know, like they don't drop below freezing or anything like that. Like it might get into the 40s or 50s where they're at, but you're looking usually in the 60s to 70s, like year round, like one of those pockets.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
it's like Hawaii temps.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
It's where I want to be.
I've never been. Smitty used to live there, right?
neither.
I did.
I just want the temps.
I was there from like mid 1998 to like mid 2000.
Okay.
You like
I wanna go
Spam?
back. I don't know. I never understood the spam thing that everyone was all about.
How did that come about? Was it like a World War II
I
canned
think so.
goods thing? Okay.
But they have Portuguese sausage there, and if you've never had Portuguese sausage, that chip will change your life.
It's
Really?
Like,
yeah, you get a good
you
linguiça.
cannot
and
find it here. It is ridiculous.
I'm gonna send you some.
There you go.
I'm gonna send you a box with 4 different varieties because I've already scouted them for you.
4 different varieties of Rosa sausage. All right.
Yeah,
Love it.
Nice.
good for both of us. I'm a little Portuguese grandma. I can't stand people who are not 400, 500 pounds full of meat. Like, you need to eat. You're too skinny. I'm worried about you.
Nice. Oh, the visuals. Oh,
An Italian grandma. Too skinny.
yeah, right.
Patrick,
Yeah, it's like
Billy has
that,
both.
except totally not understandable.
Yeah.
Like, Portuguese grandma's mad at you. It's like someone yelling at you in Spanish, mouthful of rocks.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was cool. I'd like to go back because I want to go back to. We were on Oahu, outside of Honolulu, because my dad was stationed at Pearl Harbor. So I want to go back to like the mountainy areas there and see. They have a Ratus somewhere hanging out up there. They've got Jackson's chameleons. They've got the isometrists somewhere. The way the internet talks about it makes it sound like the isometrists are everywhere. But then when I did some deeper reading on arachnoboards, they were like they're sort of in particular pockets, and you have to kind of know where to go. So there's a bunch of introduced stuff that would be kind of cool to go out and see. To go back there and
One of my buddies has day geckos that lives in his. They live in and around his shower and out on his porch, so he goes and hangs out with them all the time.
So cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I've seen people that have the outdoor shower, whether coming home from surfing or whatever, and they just lay out trays of baby food while they're in the shower outside, and just day geckos just lapping it up.
Warm.
Yeah,
It's so good.
super cool, man. Super cool.
Yeah, the closest I'm going to get to that here is I can kind of cover myself in flies and watch this fence lizard still avoid me. I think that's all I got.
Yeah, Phil has all the cool stuff by him.
Yeah, but the problem is most of it is 40, 50 feet up the side of an apartment building, and you're never going to catch it. Even if you manage to get like a really tall ladder, like a cherry picker, by the time you get to the wall, it's gone. It's 50 feet the other direction. So,
You know what I get excited about when I see a green anole instead of a Cuban anole here? Like I stop whatever I'm doing.
A Carolina
and
green.
I take pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible.
They still exist.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, man. I can tell you at my parents' house, I've maybe seen 2 in 20 years. And at the house in Boca, maybe 2 in the 10 years that I lived there. So they're just not around.
Growing up by Jacksonville, they were everywhere. That used to be the only thing you'd see, those in rough greens. But once I came down here, I've maybe seen 4 or 5 since I've been down here.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's crazy how the different brown varieties just push the greens out.
I've seen. I assume they were crosses, but it was a solid green one, and then it had a brown stripe all the way down its back.
Oh,
like
that's
the brown
cool.
ones do. So
That's
I
really
assumed
cool.
it was a hybrid.
Harry says, did we see the video of the guy making the mask with a plate on it and having the day geckos come and eat the food off the plate that's in front of his face? Anybody who hasn't seen that, you got to see it. It's absolutely hilarious. I saw another one where this woman covers herself in blankets and then does the same thing. She's got goggles on with like a plate in front of her nose, and it's all bird seed. And she's got like all these sparrows and finches and whatever, starlings coming and sitting on her head, just pecking away at the seeds in front of her face. I thought that was super cool too.
That's good.
Yeah.
Katie wants to do that with hummingbirds.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I've seen that with hummingbirds too. Videos of people doing that.
I feel like if you're gonna do hummingbirds, you gotta have some kind of high speed camera. Like rent one for the day and just get that shit in, a million frames a second high speed, because that would just be so cool.
I've seen where people too, like they'll put a half circle in one of their windows, so kind of like a Florida room type of situation.
Yeah,
but it's open, outwardly outside, to where the hummingbirds can come up and you put the nectar out or whatever, and then you sit there with the camera and check them out.
That's cool. Yeah, I've seen the ones too where you have a normal, vertically sliding window, like your normal traditional window that opens up and down. Yeah. And then they make this bird feeder that has a like a glass bubble, and you close the window on the feeder, and then you has like a drawer, and you put the bird seed in, and they come to that open window, and it's like a little window, almost like you go to the aquarium. They have like those bubble windows into the big tanks. Yeah, you can just see the birds in your window that way. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Bird nerds.
The aquarium just reminded me I got to touch a giant aquatic isopod last week.
Really? What was that like?
That's super cool. It felt, it's obviously a carapace, like it's a hard shell, but it felt like it had just really thin, wet leather on it. Like it was still kind of slippery and slimy. It was a really interesting texture. Yeah, probably about 6 inches. There was another one that was probably about a foot right next to it, but it was all pissed off, and so we couldn't touch that one. Yeah.
Is that the aquarium, or is this like on a fisherman's boat or something?
Monterey Bay Aquarium. The kid had a field trip with chaperone up there. So
nice.
Yeah, got to go and hang out. Me and my partner both had the day off, so we both got to go and chaperone and just hang out at the aquarium together and pretend that we were watching the kids.
I love it. That's awesome. And Monterey's got a whole like kelp forest exhibit, don't they?
Yeah, Monterey Aquarium is incredible.
There's awesome.
Kelp forest. They used to have an enormous cephalopod exhibit. There's sea turtles, hammerheads, a few other things.
Wow.
Great big yellowfin tuna.
That's awesome.
Really good jelly displays. They cycle through and they'll do like a special exhibit every few years, and you get some really cool shit in there. Great seahorses, red octopus.
Nice.
But that's the first place I got to see ornate cuttlefish. And
that's cool.
Never thought that I'd get to see those in my life. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
I got to see one of my buddies used to work there. So we went on a sort of behind the scenes tour on one of her sort of off days when she didn't have a dive. And I'm not supposed to tell you this story. I got to see some really cool shit with a sea turtle in training.
Oh, cool.
That was really cool. Awesome. And then I got to hang out with the penguin once, jackass penguin.
That's cool.
That was pretty cool. Smells fucking horrible.
Really?
Oh god.
The
rotting.
Yeah, they smell gross.
Otters are the worst.
Yeah. We have a lot of otters too. Sea otters, not river otters.
Yeah. Mike Kasicki says the only aquarium to ever try and keep a great white.
Yeah. 3 times, I believe.
Really?
Yeah. Kept them. They stayed alive for a while, but then they started showing signs of not doing so good, so they got released again. Yeah. 3 different times. I shouldn't say they did 3 all at once, but I missed it every time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Super cool, man. Mm-hmm. Super cool. Yeah, I was thoroughly impressed with what's the Tampa one called, Billy?
Florida Aquarium.
Oh, it's just called Florida Aquarium. Man, that well, no, I couldn't remember what the actual name of it was, but that aquarium was absolutely incredible with the mangrove estuaries, and you walk through like this man-made boardwalk of mangrove estuaries that have these giant red mangroves and all the mangrove fish swimming around you, but like you're on like the dry walk path, you know.
Yeah, it's a huge biotope setup.
Yeah,
with basically a whole dome that's all skylights, and it basically is self-sufficient. They just have filtration.
See,
Yeah,
that's
incredible.
cool. Like we went to Georgia Aquarium a couple of years ago for Ellie's birthday, and like I didn't really understand what the hype was because they didn't have anything like that. It was really big and crazy expensive, and I was like, it just overall like they didn't have anything that was overly spectacular or like interesting like that. Like it was kind of just an aquarium, and it was like everyone just always talked about how grand and amazing the Georgia Aquarium is, and I didn't really get it when I was there. But it was also so busy that you couldn't even really enjoy it because there was just so many people in that place. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
See, I really like the Georgia Aquarium because it was a bunch of stuff that I don't see everywhere here. A lot of the places in Florida, they have all the same stuff because it's all native stuff and it's easy to get their hands on.
Right.
Most of the Georgia Aquarium is a lot of Pacific Northwest stuff. I adore beluga whales, so I sat there for a really long time. There he is. So, buddy.
What's up, fellas?
So all like the Northwest stuff was really cool. Their alligator exhibit's really cool.
Is Georgia where you can swim with the whale sharks?
Yes.
Yeah, but it sounds like
awesome.
within the last like couple of years, maybe they had some issues with the whale sharks and keeping them healthy. I'd imagine like something that's a filter feeder like that would probably be a real pain to
We
get for
went
sure.
in August and they looked great.
Nice.
Maybe it was for some reason. Maybe they lost one of them.
That aquarium's freaking massive, man. Seeing those whale sharks that close is insane.
And like those manta rays are like 12 to 16 feet across. Like once you get that, it's like holy crap, those things are huge.
Those were cool.
You see the big whale sharks and you think, okay, those are big, but then when you realize how big those manta rays are, you start to.
Yeah, you'd see pods of those in Hawaii, depending on where you were, and they were pretty cool to see too.
That's awesome.
Really cool. I've never seen one of those. I need to see that.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, we go to the Camden Aquarium outside Philadelphia, and I mean Camden's a sketchy city, but the aquarium was right on the water, right past the bridge, and we always go there as a kid. And they had a whale shark for like a hot minute on its way to, I'm pretty sure it was on its way to go to Atlanta. It was like a holding place, but they always had molas, which I thought was super cool to see that just swimming around. But they never had small ones. They always had adults. And just because it's already massive, God only knows how old it is, they never lasted more than a couple of years. And then they'd wait a couple of years and get another one. But yeah, man, I definitely got to go to Monterey, and I definitely got to go to Atlanta. So,
do they still have the sunfish at Monterey Aquarium?
I didn't see it when I was there last Thursday, but we were only in that particular tank for a little bit because I was running around with the kids. And so it might have just been sort of off on the other side where we couldn't get to it yet.
That's impressive to see, too. Those things are massive.
Huge.
Yeah. Jeff Frederick said Baltimore is worth it. And I've been to Baltimore. That one was awesome, too. They had crazy Nautilus exhibits and stuff. He's saying they had an Australian exhibit with Nephris and Mertens, which that was not a thing when I went. So that's pretty cool.
Didn't even know Nephris could swim.
Yeah, right?
Underwater?
Yeah, just do a little backstroke. So Sky, man, what's new, man?
Shoot, nothing much, dude. Just surviving life like everyone else. Freaking! Oh, whoa! That was
You put him back.
What was that? Jump scare? Dirty.
There he is.
Don't
Look
you
at
ever
that
leave us
beard,
again,
dude. Holy smokes!
Come on, boys.
Welcome to the show, pal.
Jesus.
Appreciate it.
Can you donate some of that to some of us?
It's too much man for you, Sky.
Yeah.
It's too much man. So, Chris, are you still working or are you off now?
No, I'm home. I'm home.
Okay,
now.
good. Okay.
I don't think that's his work uniform.
I mean,
Yeah,
pay sponsorships. I'll let you boy. It's fine. We'll figure it out.
Oh man.
Ooh,
So-
the Raleigh Natural History Museum sounds interesting. That'd be cool.
Oh, they have a bog turtle display. That is cool. Definitely want to see that.
I want to go
man.
to Texas, man. I want to go see Reptilandia.
Oh yeah, dude, the
Yeah.
videos they put out, man, I can't fathom that.
That's so awesome. So next level.
I feel like it's the Monterey of reptiles, if not bigger.
Yeah.
I've never been to Monterey, but that place looks freaking huge.
Yeah. Just the croc exhibit is big as half a normal zoo. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And then do all the cohab enclosures, different
So
niche
sick.
species that have that niche partitioning, and it's so cool, man. Aquatics with terrestrial with arboreal all in the same habitat, and like everyone's just chilling. Oh, so cool.
Lisa wants to go to Biodome.
I want to go to Biodome.
That would be dope.
Yeah. that'd be cool.
Free mahi mahi, free mahi mahi.
I just always think making a filter.
Making a filter, making a filter, making a filter.
Dude, that movie, my mom laughed so hard she was crying for like 10 minutes when they were doing the gas mask, and he just yelled, "I'm a duck-billed platypus." Lost her shit.
Yeah. Anatomically correct, of course. Joe, you're supposed to. Joe, come on, Joe, do it with me.
God, it's so
Come
bad. Oh wait, where?
We're,
I can't figure out how cameras work.
and it's anatomically correct, of course.
Two screens.
Yes.
No, that was the best part of the last. Was it King Snake Chronicles where John was Laster was screaming at KP because he couldn't get left from right. That was fucking beautiful. Oh my god, that was awesome.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit.
Well, Sanchez, what's new with you, Bubba?
Oh man. The assassin bugs I was raising, or the nymphs I'd pulled out of the adult tub, grew super quick, so I ended up putting them back into there. Just they're once they get big enough and they don't guess that exoskeleton starts coming in, they don't cannibalize anywhere near as much as they do when they're like maybe 1 or 2 molts in. They cannibalize a lot quicker than they do once they start to harden up. So threw them all back together. They're going great.
All back in Gen Pop.
They're all back in Gen Pop.
Everyone fight for your own life, buddy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Survival of the fittest.
Well, and that let's say once they get past like their second or third molt and get a little bit of size, like their exoskeleton is pretty much where it's going to be, minus the spots. So they don't cannibalize after that. That's just something I had seen. Shit. The male fox snake I got from Tony D is finally catching up to the female. They were on like the same schedule, same, each of them getting like 2 pinks apiece because now they're both at that weird level between where a pink is a little too small and a fuzzy is a little too big.
Yeah.
So, looking at the female, like she was getting like thick with 2 C's, like she was getting thick. It's like, all right, well, she's doing her thing. And that male just was not putting on size. Well, after his last shed, he started to finally, I guess, kick on. So,
Yeah.
I'm
You think
just
he
gonna
put the weight on for winter?
I guess so. I'm just going to keep pushing them because I'm not brewmating anything. They're too small, and I know they would do it naturally, but I'd rather not have an anxiety attack around Christmas time brewmating shit that I don't need to.
Yeah.
So
Why not?
The Hog Island female I got, she finally let me at least get a touch and did not draw blood, so that was good.
Cool, man.
She's a little antsy, so that was
Still
good.
hissing?
Oh yeah, well, so she's in like an inverted, like if it's not 85, it's gonna be close to 100. It's an inverted like 100-gallon.
Okay.
And so she's got a couple shelves to hang out in, and if she's in a shelf, as soon as I go in there to do anything, you can see her swell up, and she'll start to make some moves. You'll hear shelves and branches start clicking and popping, and she's getting real tight in there, and she'll start that open mouth, and she's not about the business.
Yeah.
So I try not to dick with her, but I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I just happened to check on her before I was crashing out for the night, and like her lip looked super wonky, or her mouth looked super wonky, and somehow I don't know what she was pushing on or what, but like her top lip had gotten caught, like it had rolled and caught on one or two teeth, but it was like that scene in there's something about Mary, like the Franks and the beans. Like, how'd you get the beans over the Franks and the Franks over the beans?
Yeah.
Because it made no sense. Like the teeth were outside and over the lip, and it was rolled in. So any trust I'd gained up to that point, I had to manhandle her and get her out. But popped everything out, and other than her being pissed off, she was completely fine and has gotten normal. I don't know what the hell she did.
Do you have the screen top against the front, and there's like a hinge and it folds down?
Yes.
Yeah. I honestly, everyone's always been apprehensive, at least in my experience, to do the setup that you did. And I find that if you get those screen lids that have the hinge, like you get full ventilation, full cross breeze action. And I mean, I've seen buddies that they took a circular glass drill bit and they drilled a hole in the top. They put the computer fan on top with a piece of screen just to suck the air in through the top and put it out the front of the enclosure. And man, like you using that for a Hog Island, I think is a great idea, because they get the height, they get the space, they get all that front ventilation. Yeah, I like it.
Well, and it'll be a temporary deal until I get, because I've been looking at a lot of the grow tent thing that's becoming a big deal. I need to get with you, not you, Billy, but the guy next to you. I need to get with you on grow tent shit.
I do too.
Because I'm just curious, obviously if monitors aren't clawing out of it, I'm sure, that guy. God, that's a good looking man right there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We're only one screen away.
So good.
One frame away.
But if peach throats haven't clawed out or managed to pry themselves out of it, using their velociraptor hands, I'm sure snakes will be relatively okay.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he's doing some of his Vietnamese blue beauties and a few other big snakes in him, and he's got mini stock ponds in there and fully bioactive.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit, and the snakes are all over the place. It was like 3 years ago. My buddy Tyler, he was doing I think it was either a trio or 4 Taiwan beauties in a grow tent, and he had hanging plants from every bar and like little arboreal hides like zip tied up against the walls and stuff, because he put like lattice in there and shit. And dude, they use every single inch of that thing. Like every day he'd take a video, he'd unzip it, and they'd all just be hanging from a plant, hanging from the rafters, or hanging from like arboreal hide off the side. Like I was talking about, I just need the space, but my 9-foot Blue Beauty, he's in that 8-foot PVC cage, and it's just not enough for him. So he's like the perfect candidate for a tent.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Yeah. They're for snakes.
How big are the grow tents?
They're a million sizes. They're like whatever size you can think of.
And let's go this way.
Shit.
If you had like a
Jansen in.
I've never worked with one personally, but I've worked with a lot of like camping tents, and that I'm just trying to relate it to that. So if you had like a Coleman 4-man tent, say it's 5.5 feet tall, what is the price of something like that?
So honestly, dude, they literally, it's easier than that. They make, because most of the sizes are relative to like reptile cage sizes.
Okay.
So like the most common ones I have are they're a 4 foot long, they're 5 foot tall, and they're 2 foot deep. And those you normally run like $60 to $70.
Wow.
Cheap as dog shit.
Yeah, because I imagine they're way cheaper than a human sleeping tent, because it doesn't have to be water sealed per se. It doesn't have to have.
I mean, they're pretty dang good about water. I mean, it's like 2 layers. It's foil layered on one side, and then it's thick mesh on the outside. And they have like a drainage tray that you can put on the inside on the bottom. Like there's multiple ways to set it up. I go with layered substrate, and I've been running them in my living room, and they're not leaking in my living room. And I hose these things down with my water hose. So
wow,
they're pretty good about holding water. I mean, they're meant to be sprayed down with either vegetables or whatever you decide to grow in them. So
my biggest question for those is, how do you run the lights? If you want to run a heat lamp or halogen or something inside, how do you run the lights in?
That's the main jankiest part is it's all just zip tied to the top bars. Or if you get if you want to buy an actual ceiling mount that you would have, you would then just run so it's kind of a little bit more of a flush thing. You could set your lights up like that, but then all your wires, I run all my wires just because there's a million little holes, not a million, but there's access holes on each side, the back side, the top. So you can just run your wires out the top or out the back and have everything zip tied to the brace bars and everything on the top and on the sides.
Okay.
It's hard. I need to freaking make a YouTube video. Everyone keeps asking me to make a YouTube video explaining this shit. So I need to just do it. But some of it seems janky, but dude, I've been doing this now for 2 years in some of these setups, and I'm not having issues like people would think. And as soon as you put lattice on the walls, not only did you just increase the rigidity of the whole tent by like 3 times, but now all your walls are accessible to be climbed on, and it makes that many more like cross points for you to set in branches or set in foliage, or if you want to set up a water dish area. Like as soon as you do that, you just have a bunch of X's. It's like, okay, holy shit, where do I mount this? Where do I put this? Where do I stick this stick? And then they climb in and out of it, or if it's a snake, they can slither in and out of it. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm a huge proponent on it.
So
I could literally, for what I got quoted on I think it was a 7 foot tall by 4 foot wide by 2 foot deep PVC enclosure for the monitors. The same price I got quoted just for that PVC shell with glass doors, I was able to buy, outfit, and completely decorate with lights and everything. I think like 3 or 4 tents.
Oh,
full size big tents. So it's kind of hard to.
So for that you said 4 foot by 5 foot by like 7 foot. So if I have a hatchling corn snake, that would be great.
I would do only hatchling corn snakes in that. Yeah,
that's not big enough.
Okay,
that is true. That is
the biggest one I have is 5 by 5 squared, and then it's 7 foot tall. It's 6.5 or 7 foot tall, and I mean that's like walking into a small room, basically.
Is that where Harry lives when he comes to visit? Do you just
Harry and James, Harry and Brandon? Yeah, they both live in there. Yeah, that's the little Hobbit's hideaway.
Nice. Yeah. Billy just sent me some Amazon links to some Vivo Sun grow tents, and you're like 48 by 24 by 60, $100, and then 2 by 2 by 48, $40. And then the Big Mamma Jamma, which is 108 by 48 by 80, $260. That's
so there's like 4 good brands I've tried, and you can obviously it's Amazon. You know how Amazon works. You can kind of scroll down and then you hit a button or you click on one and then you have an option bar that you can slide underneath where there's the different sizes. If you just spend 5 minutes scrolling through that and looking at your different options and your different brands, you will find some deals. Like I said, I've been able to outfit my house and all of my operation for way cheaper than it would be if it was PVC or wood. And I've gone that route. So I can 100% say that it's cheaper because I've done all the hand built shit, the PVC shit. The tents are the way to go. And they're just as efficient. Like you at that point, you have the perfect controlled environment that you can manipulate in any way you want. And there's already equipment built to manipulate it.
Yeah.
So,
or you can do it the old-fashioned way, like Phil's saying, with mini computer fans and shit. I got that on PVC setups with the computer fans and everything, and I love that too. So it's like there's 1,000 ways to skin a cat. It's not about which is right or wrong. It's just which one works for you where you live.
And my understanding for the majority of the grow tents is you're not going to be able to see your stuff. It's not the mom. It's not the beardy mom type setup where you can just walk in and look like there's windows or there's
depending. I don't know. It depends on how crafty you are. Cause I got framed out windows on each of mine so I can see better into mine. It really isn't hard to do that. So they come with the plastic.
You're better than the rest of us. I get it. You're better than everybody else.
I wake up every day. I piss excellence. There's just that much to it.
Gargles.
No, dude, it's all about where are you going to let your mind take you? Are you just going to get this box and do what it's telling you to do, or are you going to get this box and do what the fuck you want to do with it?
Yeah, for sure. And
it's so easy to modify these things.
Jeff Frederick put a good point about it's difficult for snakes because of the entrance points of the tubes and cords. And I'm sure you'd have to be very selective as to how you snake proof one of them, just because snakes get in every nook and cranny. But I had friends that it wasn't grow tents, but basically they had these fabric boxes they wound up using for chameleons and God knows what. And anytime there was an access hole or even some of the like zippers, they sell on Amazon now. You used to buy them at Hobby Lobby, you probably still can, but it's basically a handheld sewing machine. And it takes it takes a standard bobbin, it takes a standard spool and thread. And what you do is you just take a piece of old pillowcase, cut out whatever size you need, do a zipper stitch and just around the edge of it, double the zipper stitch up, and now no snake's going to push through that. I don't care how big it is, but you can basically make patchwork over whatever holes you want. Or even if you wanted to add ventilation, you could take an old pillowcase, cut it, and then just use that handheld sewing machine gun or sewing machine wand, whatever you want to call it, and just stitch it up real quick. So
I think I didn't see that as comments on the side until just now. What Jeff's talking about, but yeah, like they have like the tube entrances on the bottom and stuff. But I don't know about keeping the snakes. Obviously, I've just done the monitors, but I usually they come with like a zip, like a camping style, like zip string or whatever, so you can cinch them down to whatever metric you'd need it for, whatever the tubing. But I've had luck cinching them down, doing a little bunny ear knot, and then doing a zip tie like on that, and it ends up making like a little starfish on starfish on the inside. But I mean, I have a 4.5 foot peach throat that isn't able to push out of that. So I mean, snakes I could see being a little bit more smaller and a little bit more maybe able to wean through there. But yeah, I think in a tent you're not going to be. I mean, they make small tents. I have 2x2x4 tents that are perfect for a mangrove snake or fucking anything. Something small. Boega is fucking whatever you wanted. But like, I feel like if you're going to use a tent for a snake, you're probably going to be doing it for either a bigger snake or a couple medium-sized snakes that are, bigger for the enclosure.
Yeah, like beauties or Crebos or something.
Yeah, something big.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah,
you said thick when you were talking about your shit, Dirty. You said thick, and it made me think about how I'm about to find out if Barons can double clutch off retained sperm, because I was just checking out my female the other day, and when she was just gravid this last time, she's normally always like super food aggressive, but she was a level up. This bitch was tail whipping her glass door the other day, had one rat wrapped up, and then was biting at the door. So I was like, all right, here, fuck it, take the other one. So she had one wrapped up while she's swallowing the other one, and she's fucking tail whipping the cage door so hard that I'm flinching every time she does it as I'm feeding the other snakes. And then now she's been in her lay box, and I like took a video. I'm like, yeah, she looks swollen, and there's some scale separation. So I guess we're about to find out. So we'll find out if she retains sperm or not, and if she's going to clutch off of that or what's going to happen. So,
right on.
Yeah, didn't intend for that, but we'll find out, I guess. Won't complain about more parent racers.
Yeah, I don't have anything else going on. The bugs, and I blame Nisarg and Mr. Smithers for the newfound bug shit. Picked up a couple more tarantulas, which is nothing that it wasn't in the group chat. Then the peanut beetles, which Lisa, I know you had commented earlier. The peanut beetles are the tenebrio or fuck, I don't know words. They're in the same family as the superworms, mealworms, etc., but different enough from bean beetles. And a couple of different sites, I think Josh's Frogs and one or two other ones say that the adults are toxic to small lizards, frogs, etc., but the larvae are fine, which the larvae have proven to be perfectly fine, and they're teeny tiny, and they're super easy to reproduce. I started with, I don't know, probably 50 or 60, and there's a couple hundred in there now. Like they go pretty quick. And what else do I have now? Everything from Daytona's doing good. The pair of Splendida are eating like fucking crazy, and they're super chill, which I was kind of surprised about that. The foxes are fine. The Splendida. What else did I get?
People in the group chat want to know, is that your dog clicking on the tile?
Yes, that is the giant. That is the Bernese Mountain monster. So,
that's him just walking?
Yeah.
I love it.
Touche. Pick him up and show us.
I can't. My back.
Sandlot.
Dude, hang on. I'm not gonna pick her up.
Yeah, don't injure yourself, Dirty.
Yeah, seriously. If you're gonna hurt yourself for me, that's not how I want you to do it.
This is the 270-pound Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Holy
That's a
smokes.
black bear.
That's a person in a dog costume.
I didn't know you were a furry, Dirty. I thought you just had a big beard.
I mean, that's there we go. All right, go away.
That dog can put your head in its mouth.
Dude,
yeah,
that is a dog, people.
That's a dog.
Dude, my dog's the size of that thing's head.
Yeah, she's big and gross. Oh my gosh.
Super cute though.
Yeah, well, and as normal, they're usually pretty chill, but it's not until you actually get online or you're trying to do some shit, record some stuff. That's when the house panthers go crazy. The dogs start chewing on the walls or some weird shit. So yep.
Never fails, right?
Never ever. Go away. I don't like you anymore. Go away.
Jack Oliver says, "Get your dog game up, Rosa." My dog is the size of Dirty's dog's leg.
Yeah, she's super thick. She's big.
Oh man.
But no, everything's going good. No, so the only native I've had as far as the collection goes was I lost the 2 hatchling Holbrook eye that I grabbed from Daytona. They just refused, and I was pretty hard on myself when you know, they left. They left via Cal King, so you know they didn't go to waste.
Yeah.
But I had, asked a couple of y'all and a couple other folks, like, man, what the hell did I do wrong? There's got to be something. And the consensus from people who are way smarter and have done this way longer than I have said, yeah, dude, those are, for whatever reason, specs are harder than a lot of the mountain, a lot of the montane stuff, just in their natural range. And I already kind of figured it looking at a lot of the Sci-Hub papers and shit like that, just looking at what they're pulling out of the guts of museum specimens, and it's brown skinks, ground skinks,
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff. And it's just, stuff that's super, super small that, it isn't a real common feed item in the hobby, I guess, as of now. So I got one big male, and he's pretty chill. He's pretty cool. So he'll be here for probably the next year or two, and then I might get him a lady friend and we'll try it. But in the meantime, if I can find a few maybe DOA or DOR ground skinks or something while I'm out and about, I'll definitely snatch those up and see what I can do about those.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Oh, see?
Puppy power.
Rosa, I thought that was a goat for like a half a second, dude.
You got that thing on him. He is
All
the
right,
goat.
look, you wouldn't be wrong. I have a long line of goat farmers in the family. It's just a goat right now.
Ears at first glance, I was like, "Why has he got a goat?"
Oh yeah, she's got
The goat.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
You want to go back in? Go on.
Sanchez is in Georgia.
I mean, yeah, I don't try to claim that, but yeah, we're here.
I'm not like with them, but yeah.
So what's in the horizon, gentlemen? What do we plan in the next couple of weeks?
Like Christmas?
Well, I mean, obviously Christmas is coming. Christmas, your birthday, whatever. No, I mean, I have short-term plans, short-term goals, because I know that if I say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z with this cage, it's not going to get done. So now I realize, okay, if I tell myself, all right, I'm going to do the background this weekend, I'll get it done. You know what I mean? I'm going to do the dirt this weekend in that one enclosure. I'll get it done.
Right.
You know what? I got to change all the stuff that's on aspen. I'm just going to get a big bag and I'll just do all the aspen snakes this week. Like, what do you guys have coming up, especially now the holidays? Because I know no one's really in their room as much as they should be the next 3 weeks. So what do you got, boys?
All of my shit's rocking finally now, Baron's baby wise. So I got my 3 that I'm keeping. Fucking need to get those things taken pictures of. I got fucking more shit that needs to go. I really just I need to have a fucking photo op with all of my shit is what I need to do. That's been my biggest goal, other than just staying on top of everything. And then those silver peach throats, I got to upgrade them from the starter setups that they came in a couple months ago.
Cool.
And then yeah, man, I had some shit happen with a couple lizards recently that's just kind of had me in a funk. So yeah, I'm just ready for New Year's to hopefully turn shit around, get back in that mood of new year, new things, keep it rocking.
Yeah, man, for sure. Is Billy frozen or is he having a seizure?
I think it can be two things.
Oh, he's frozen for sure. Rosa, what do you got coming?
Mark twice if you're in Milwaukee.
I need to start building a light box so I can actually take pictures.
You can buy them
so
for cheap.
Oh,
You know
there's
that, right?
2 Billies. How do I get rid of the other
I like
Billy?
building weird things. Oh,
there he is.
Yeah, I want to build a light box. I've got some weathered wood laying around, so make something so I can use it for the snakes and the lizards. And I gotta start figuring out who I'm pairing.
just drinking olive oil straight from the bottle.
Virgin olive oil.
No, it's just olive oil.
Yeah.
You just sparked the most fucked up memory for me, Phil. You know
What?
Kevin Pavlidis, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Gator guy, Python dude.
Yeah.
Well, one time I was at his house because I was Python hunting with him, and he goes, "I'm so Italian," as he's literally eating fucking olives out of a glass jar. He goes, "I bleed olive oil," and sips the fucking olive oil at the fucking jar. I was just like, "Oh, what is wrong with you, bro? That's disgusting."
So viscous.
So, yeah, that is really what Italians do. So we got this guy over here drinking olive oil out of the large gallon bottle.
No, that's German Christmas wine. That's Glühwein.
Oh, Glühwein. Dude, I'm due for some, man. I just watched a Glühwein, like make Glühwein at home video, and I regret not finding it like a week or two ago because I don't think I have enough time to get the materials proper, but I'm definitely going to brew my own one year. It's
really good. I mean, it's super. It's just spiced red wine, but if you have an Aldi by you, Aldi has it pretty regular around the holidays.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, I've been watching videos and them like cooking it on the stove and adding the cloves and the Valencia oranges and yeah.
Is that like some kombucha style stuff or what?
It's like it's like German sangria.
Oh, okay. 10-4.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like German Christmas sangria. So
it tastes like drinking
sangria, bro. I fuck with some really good sangria.
Yeah, it tastes like drinking raisin bread.
Yeah, that's I'll give you that. Going back to your drinking olive oil story. So one time around Christmas time, I think it was, I'd gone over to Underground Reptiles warehouse, and this is before they had the farm and everything. This is like, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. And the owner of Underground is sitting there, and he's got an unmarked bottle and like the disposable shot glasses, and he's not a drinker. And he's like, Philly, you want to put some hair on your chest? And I'm like, all right, here we go. He's like, you trust me? I said, sure, of course I trust you. Meanwhile, like, I know it's not alcohol, you know? And he's like, I do one, you do one. And I said, okay, I'll play. So he pours a shot glass for himself, pours a shot glass for me. He goes, don't sip it. He says, you got to shoot it. I'm like, okay. And like, I go like this. He goes, and don't smell it. You give away the surprise. And I'm like, oh God, it's going to be fucking gasoline or something horrible.
Fish oil, fucking.
Yeah. I'm like, here's looking at you, kid. And he's like, you know what? I see your hesitation in your face. I'll go first. And he shoots it straight faced. Like he's been doing it, whatever it was, since he was 6, just blank slate. And I'm like, all right, I'm committed. So I down it. And I was like, that's not bad. Boom, apple cider vinegar. Yeah. Honestly, hindsight wasn't that bad.
No, I can.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
But I don't think I could do it again.
I tried to do that when I was 18 to try to pass the drug test. Because apparently that's a thing that would clean you out.
Really?
And they're like, yeah, you got to drink apple cider vinegar. And I just thought, I was like, oh, it's apple cider vinegar. Not thinking that this shit's going to be spicy. Crack that top.
I mean, it's vinegar,
dude, that spice hit my throat. And I was like, no, what is this?
So the lady I got the Hog Island from, who's from Honduras, the last time she went there, she brought me back some what they call graffiti, or I think it's graffiti. It's the
thing Moana was trying to find.
I have no idea. I've never saw Moana, but
you don't watch it, man. It's a cute movie.
It's like bootleg rum, but they put all kinds of like roots and leaves and all kinds of shit in it, and they bury it for 3 months, and then dig it back up, and then like, dude, it looks gnarly as shit. It's in my cupboard. I'm kind of afraid of it now because it kind of looks like the Jeepers Creepers man. Like it looks really fucking super. Hang on.
Oh, here he goes.
Full cringe at Jägermeister.
Oh, there it is.
Jack Oliver says that e-girls guzzle that shit for wellness.
Good God.
So we got That's the Tadascan rum, but like
Oh yeah, dude. That's a
Like
That's a
Honduran swamp water.
that's a specimen jar from the Smithsonian,
filled with tapeworms.
just formaldehyde
So,
and pine
and-
needles.
like it's already sucked in on itself. So I'm kind of it's a plastic bottle, so you know it's the good stuff.
Oh, don't open that. Oh, he's cracking it open.
Dude, bring that to Daytona.
Yeah. Yeah, you should probably bring that to Daytona.
Okay, that's not bad though.
When's the
I
last time
thought
you
it would be a
opened
lot worse.
I'll drink leaf booze. Let's go.
I want that on his shirt. I'll drink leaf booze. Joe Rosa.
You made that?
No, the lady that got me the hog nose, her she's from and her family's from Honduras, and like this is one of their like voodoo fucking I don't know one of the things that they do is part.
Local beverages.
Pee and blood in that drink, bro.
I mean that's fine. It's fine. I've done worse. It's fine.
It's been 6 months.
I mean, if you join my OnlyFans, yeah.
Here we go. Is he doing it right now?
Should I?
You sure calling it. I'm no peer pressure.
It's not like it can be worse than Canon. Let's go.
It kind of looks like an oil slick on the top, though. That's kind of
shake it.
Yeah, it's settled. Yeah, you may not want to. You want to skim the curds off the way. You know?
Oh no!
You probably need to pour it through like a fucking
cheesecloth
strainer or something.
Oh, here he goes.
Oh, he's doing it. Oh.
That's not bad, guys.
He's blind.
Tastes like sticks.
Is it good?
Tastes like stick.
I mean, it's god, the after. Oh.
I'm so happy.
It's like
all of a sudden he loses his fucking vision.
Yeah, he's temporarily. He's doing another. Oh, he's watching it that way. Okay. And beard. Jesus, it must be that good.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
As he chases it with beer and German wine.
It's not that bad. Anyway, how about the Morelia, huh? Those are cool. Those are cool snakes and stuff. Right.
My dog is gonna shot of absinthe or whatever they call it.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'll definitely bring that.
Joke's on you. It's weapons grade LSD.
Yeah, right.
Oh god. Training day engaged. Homie's on PCP.
It's just formaldehyde.
It's just neon tetra water.
It's just neon tetra water.
From 18 different Petcos.
Oh my god.
God. Smitty, whatever you figure out to get the worms off the rhino, you need to send to Sanchez next.
Yeah. He's just taking shots of ivermectin. Straight.
Oh shit. Oh, this is awesome.
You just drank ayahuasca.
Take you to fucking Tractor Supply for lunch tomorrow.
Meanwhile, it's really just like some fucking cow manure wedged to a bottle, and they threw a couple pine needles in there to spice it up.
Dustin says, send your address to someone in case you lose consciousness.
I mean, Smitty's gonna get. I mean, I have the 3 Andeans. Smitty will get the 3 Andeans.
Hey.
So that's fine.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's so morbid.
It's fine.
We lost Billy again. Damn it.
Damn it, Billy.
So you guys want to hear something stupid that I realized today at lunch at work?
Yeah.
Yes.
So in this the Manny Rubio Scorpion book, there's a picture of a scorpion, and it's Titius falconensis.
Yeah.
And for years, since I was a kid, I'm like, man, how come I never see those? Like, those are really cool looking. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, how come I never see those available? And so then I'm like,
that's a South American krill species.
Right. But I'm looking at Morph Market, and there's Titus magnamanus. And so I'm like, wow, that looks a lot like that falconensis. So I was like, huh. And so I looked it up, and since like 2008, they axed falconensis, and they are all now magnamanus.
Really?
You're looking for a damn scorpion that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh God, it's okay. I watched this whole video just going down a rabbit hole on this like gut flora and fauna, and I was looking at these like bacteria scientific names, and I can't remember half this shit. But I'm like, man, I can't find any information. That's because in 2020 they separated it from like 8 different strains to 120 with like 50 new genera or something like that. I was like, this is why I don't look into bacteria. So, but Billy Hunt, you've been too quiet. You keep popping in and out of service. What's going on in that beanbag chair?
I know it looks like a beanbag chair, but it's not.
Okay, yeah, okay buddy. It'll be our secret.
Here, 1 second.
Mom, the meatloaf.
Mom,
I was literally just
pizza rolls out of the oven.
Oh God!
Oh, shit. Oh fuck!
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Nothing, man. Just what's your plans for the next couple weeks into the new year?
Actually, I would really like to. I have 2 grow tents that I'd like to set up.
All right.
Because then if I do that, I can move some of the amphibians out of tubs and into PVC cages, like the greens and stuff.
Did anything ever happen with the minute copulation of the river toads?
No, nothing ever came of that.
Okay.
But it was cool to know they're a pair.
Yeah, for sure.
So that was definitely cool. So I definitely have ideas for that. But it all takes time.
Yeah.
But I want to make the grow tent to move the juvenile green water dragons into one. And then I also want to move the trio of Solomon Island tree dragons into one. I think they need a bigger cage.
Yeah.
So it'd be cool to get those moved.
How are the baby anoles?
They're good. They're really good.
Man, that was a long sigh for good. I was like, oh no, he's sighing.
No, they're really cool. They're mean little guys.
Yeah, Sky, one of them hatched like as we were leaving Daytona, right, Billy?
Laid.
Oh, laid.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, laid. Yeah.
Oh,
laid.
okay.
And then they hatched a couple weeks ago.
Hatching, huh?
Yeah, so I got 2 giant Western anoles now.
Shit, dude.
So yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with those.
What's the locality on that? That's Western Cuba or?
I'd have to look into it. I'd lie if I told you I'd researched them.
I'm pretty sure. Those would be perfect, dude. Those are a good candidate for the tents. Our buddy Preston's doing a couple of them in a tent. I'm pretty sure.
The Westerns?
Chaz has some
Smallwood
too.
Eye? Yeah, Chaz. I think the Smallwood Eyes, or I think is what they are.
It's the L1.
Is it fucking? I don't know.
Okay.
Yep. Jack says yes on all of it. Yeah.
Jack says yes.
Yeah, he's on it.
I always thought about getting one of those plastic ficus trees from like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something.
Yeah.
And caging them up, with just screening them up. Like that'd be great for like your basic
like
green and old stuff or
like an older chameleon type setup. Yeah.
Yeah, I when I was younger, in my youth, when I did veiled chameleons, I would go and just buy a brand new 4 foot tall ficus in a plastic pot and stick that in an open air screen and just trim back as much tree as I needed to. And then it lasted without me caring for it because A, it's a ficus and it's indestructible, and B, I have no green thumb whatsoever, hence my desert snake collection. You get the leaf litter. And I would just collect all the fallen leaves every, however many 4 months or whatever before they fall, because down here in Florida, there's really no seasonality with that. And you could probably do the exact same thing, a live one,
Yeah. Speaking of your lack of green thumb or whatever, weren't you growing mangrove in like Fiji? I was going to ask you about that. Oh shit! I done did something. Hey, look at that.
So this is my two most recent ones.
Nice.
Okay. Let's get this
GG.
on camera. You ready?
Oh yeah. Where are you growing those at? In the bathroom window?
No, so I'm outside on my patio right now, and so these two, the propagules. So red mangroves drop a seed pod called a propagule, and usually they're anywhere from 5 to 6 inches long, maybe sometimes 4 inches long. They fall off the tree, they float in the brackish water, the salt water, and then they land in some kind of muck or sandy beach or whatever, and they actually embed themselves and they grow from that. It's illegal to pluck them off the tree. It's illegal to remove them from the earth. But if they're floating, you can keep them. You can take them as many as you want. So these two I got from my friend's grandma's house that's on the intercoastal waterway, and they were just bobbing like. So I just laid on the dock and just grabbed them real quick. These were I would love to see the tree they came from. These things were easily 10 inches. They were huge. They were the biggest ones I've ever found. And I stuck them in this Fiji bottle with calcium sand and a little eco earth. And I honestly just use Fiji water just for the whole pH thing. But I mean, you can see that's how much. And honestly, man, I just add water and let them get sunlight. They get about 4 or 5 hours of direct sun every day. That's it. And the rest is either shade or night. Now I have 2 more in my bathroom by my bedroom, and they were doing great in a 5-gallon fluval fish tank with plant lighting. However, I got those white bugs, and I can't remember the name of them.
Like mealy bugs.
Mealy bugs. Yes, mealy bugs. So I first I had some kind of weird cotton fungus. I shared it in our little group chat. And then once I wound up wiping all that away, then I realized that underneath that white fungus, I had mealybugs. And one of the mangroves died from the mealybugs. I could not treat it. Hang on. And the other one, I'm trying to nurse back to health using isopropyl 70%, but I had to remove them from the fish tank because I can't treat the plants with alcohol in the fish tank because then the alcohol will go in the fish water and can't be having that. So I think what I might do is I might bring that plant outside and just stick it on the patio somewhere away from these two, because these two are doing great and I don't want the mealybugs to go to them. But I think maybe getting some natural sunlight might help, actual natural sunlight, as well as I know there's bugs crawling on that one. I'm sure there's bugs that are going to eat those mealybugs or something to that extent. And from what Doc Wyman and Dominique were telling me, because they were both super helpful in taking care of these mealies or trying to take care of these mealies, I guess one of the reasons why we get them indoors is because there's no predators. So, you know, some kind of moth or nymph or something that eats them in the wild that's not in your house because we keep it clean. So I've debated just treating them with alcohol. It's been like crap, at least 2 months. I just can't get it locked down. And I'll be honest, I'm not doing it every day, but this is the most green thumb I've ever had in my entire life. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it.
So
how much water do you keep in that Fiji bottle with those 2 you have outside, or does it dry out and then you fill it back up?
It dries out until if I touch the sand, it's still wet, but there's no water. I'll just add more water.
Cool.
So, and I fill it up to almost the brim. The problem is, depending on the time of year, because I've been doing this for about 2 years now, mosquito larvae. So if the minute I see mosquito larvae, I have to pour it out. I wasted all that water, and then I add new water. So, but in the fish tank, I never worried about mosquitoes because A, it's indoors, and yeah, sometimes you'll get a mosquito lay an egg in the fish tank, but my warmouth fish eats anything that moves. So I'm not worried about that.
So if your cleanliness is leading you to have lack of predators, have you and Anna Marie have ever thought of just becoming gross and just just letting everything go? It's for the plant's sake.
Just for the plant's sake. No, but I did find a jumping spider in my bathroom and I left him there.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, well, what if he doesn't get enough nutrients? What if he doesn't get enough food? What if he doesn't get enough light? should I be bringing bugs in? Should I feed them some Heidi from time to time? And I'm like, no. This is a bathroom. This is not a spider enclosure. No. So after having that mental argument with myself, I have yet to see the spider in a few days, so I have no idea where it went.
Fucked off because you didn't feed him.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Fuck you, brother. Bye.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm pissed, man. I had a nice Regal living in my mailbox for a while, and I fed her a cricket a couple times. And I don't know if she just outlived her life or moved on, or if the mailman scared her or what. But she was gone. But there was 3 molts in there. She was in there for a long time, man.
Nice.
I was a little bummed. I was like, man, she's gone.
Yeah, man. Dude, there's nothing better than a Florida Regal, man. They are just the pretty spiders.
Yeah, she had like peach back with like the little circles and shit on her. She was really pretty.
Nice.
Speaking of finding wild spiders, working for the armored car service, I'll bust open, a couple dozen ATMs a day, and at least once a week I'll see either, most of the times, black widows, so the Mactans, and if you were to search, how to take care of, a spider, a black widow, what are the temperature and humidity parameters and things, y'all. So these are big, girthy, thick females I'm finding these ATMs, and the temperature inside of them has to be pushing over 100 degrees. Like it is roasting inside those things. And not only will there be the females, but at least 1 or 2 egg sacs where the babies have already propagated, exhumed themselves. So, let that be a lesson to all the kids that are reading the care sheets on shit. Mother Nature don't care, especially when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's
dude, Helen Keller keep Mactans successfully. Like,
oh yeah, dude, they're stupid easy. They're really cool. I think I had one that it was like every second or third feeding, she would drop another egg sac, and then another one, and then another one. And the babies were probably the hardest thing because, the first time it happened, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I just knew there was a bunch of little mites or whatever I thought it was. But no, there's about 500 babies just in this deli cup now.
Wow. You just let them eat each other, or?
And that's what I did initially, because going off of what my memory was at the time, I just presumed that you had let them cannibalize until a few of them get big enough to separate, and then you put them in the vials and start feeding them little things. And even then, I'd never kept spiders before. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But dude, I had I had ended up with like 5 generations of Southern black widows. The last one had just finally passed. I don't know, probably 4 or 5 months ago.
Oh wow,
they're pretty damn cool. They're definitely neat.
And it's always fun to see them in the wild and just see where they made their web.
Oh yeah, dude! It's always in the weirdest place.
Yeah, weirdest.
It's never in the place that the book had showed you.
Yeah.
Which is also why I was so terrible at field herping in my youth, because you'd get and the one picture that sticks in my mind is the rubber boa picture in the green Bible, the Audubon Green Bible. It was like an olive green rubber boa on like a straw mat with rocks in the background, and so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go out and find snakes, and they were never ever. The Audubon Society's God never told me to look under the garbage bags or under the old baby diapers, or never told me that shit.
On boat on the side of the road.
So weird counterpoint to that. When I was a kid, I had a it's like a big book of bugs, and it came with a little carrying case for whatever you catch in the garden.
Yes.
Gave me this big guide, right?
Yes, I had
so
the
it's
same
showing
thing.
me a crab spider. I'm like, what the fuck? This thing's amazing. And it's on, well, that's a rose. So I went around the side of the house, and the first rose I looked at, there was a fucking crab spider. So I kept that thing for like 2 months.
That's cool, man.
Fuck you.
That's cool.
A little green one with his legs just splayed out. He was great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Funny crab spider story. When my family first moved to Florida, we had a bunch of crab spiders in our like patio screen. And I didn't know what the hell that thing was. It looks scary. It's got all the spikies and the blood red. And I don't know what the hell it is, but my mom, she would vacuum them up, whatever. And my dad had a hammock, and he fell asleep in the hammock. And then when he woke up, he was feeling all weird. And he was like, "We got to go to the hospital. I'm all messed up." And that he got bit by a crab spider and was allergic. And that thing jacked him up.
Shit.
Yeah. So like, couldn't find a bite. No bite mark anywhere, but basically they said that you're showing signs of a crab spider, and we just assumed that was it. But like, he had a fever and like had muscle cramps and nausea and was all messed up.
Damn.
So you're telling me that a foreign protein is a foreign protein? So if you get injected with a foreign protein,
yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yes.
Damn.
Weird.
Right.
We're talking about weird insects. I saw something sick the other day at work. Did you know that those mock wasps or whatever are in Florida? I did not know that. I thought that they were in like Central and South America or whatever.
What is it?
It's a mantid. It's like a mantid, or it's called a mantis fly.
Yeah.
A wasp mantis fly, but basically it looks like a fucking praying mantis and a wasp put together. It tripped me the hell out, dude. I saw one when I was at this job the other day, and I freaking got it onto a leaf, and I was like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden it pulled out its little arms, and it like flexed out its wings really quick, and then flew off. I was like, what the shit? I didn't even know that those were in Florida, dude. I've seen like videos of them on like the like little Nat Geo videos, and like, oh, this thing is camouflages this and this. I did not know that they were even here. I was so stoked to see that little thing.
So this one, Lara bicolor, is a parasitoid wasp, and they're from South America, but they were at some point introduced to Florida. So we have these.
Yeah, and that's not even what it looked like. Hold on, let me see if I can pull
so
it.
that's an invasive that just migrated here from just human existence. And then these are what they call paper wasps. And these are, I'm pretty sure it's in the cicada family. Oh, wait, look. Yeah. Hold on. The cicada killer wasp in Florida.
We have those. Those are big.
Oh, dude, those things are huge. Those are like the 2 to 3 inch wasp or whatever, right?
Yeah, 2 to 3 inch wasp. 2 to 3 inches is massive. That's way more than anyone could take. Huge.
Yeah, I don't need that shit.
Yep.
It's almost unhandleable.
Absolutely. This guy gets it. This guy.
Oh shit!
I can't find that false wasp. Yeah.
All right, I gotta. It's gonna be hard to kind of see on this picture, though.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's really funky looking, dude.
Let me lock my screen.
Oh, what the fuck?
So that's it when it was just chilling, right, with its legs curled up. Hold on, this is a shitty video of it because I went out of frame for a second because I was so paying attention to it.
Oh wow, look at that thing. That's so cool.
Yeah,
it's a xenomorph is what that is. I've seen xenomorphs before.
Flew off.
I'm getting
that
itchy just talking about this.
So tripped out, bro.
Yes, that's weird.
So I'd seen like Nat Geo video of that before. I'd never seen one in real life.
All right, who's next on the round robin for what are you doing the next few weeks? Joe?
Yeah, I think Joe's up, right? Or you already go?
No,
Joe?
already went. Gonna try to build a light box.
Oh, that's right. Light box. I think we all win, right? No.
Smitty.
We all win.
I went.
Smitty go before Sanchez got here?
I don't know.
What do you have going on next few
what
weeks,
do you got
Smitty?
going on, Smitty? Come on. You told us about the isometrics.
Trying to kill some worms and a rhino.
Yeah.
Is it just one that has it, or is it multiple?
It's just one, from what I can tell. Because I checked all the other ones yesterday after that one, and I don't see anything. So
it's subcutaneous, you said, or it's under the layer of skin.
Yeah.
And they betadine soaks or whatever.
So I was advised to make a seriously diluted ivermectin, like not ointment, but topical mixture to apply to it. I think the goal there is that that little bit of ivermectin will get absorbed through the skin and work its magic. So we'll see. I mean, it's a weird situation because the snake's so small that to go to a vet and have them like surgically remove it, like, it's not impossible, but it's just tiny. It's small, man. It's like, how do you go about doing that without causing serious damage, to the animal? And
you can't use any antibiotic or anything like that for something like that.
I don't think so. There's a couple like meds, but even then, because it's so small, it's like the dosage would be minuscule. Like,
yeah,
I'm curious to see what the ratio for this ivermectin stuff is going to be, because it's going to be like the tiniest amount. Ivermectin makes me nervous anyways, because that stuff is it works really well for a lot of stuff, but that stuff is also really gnarly. Like, it's very easy to overdo it with ivermectin, and that stuff's bad news if you overdo it. So works great. It's just sketch. But other than that, it's pretty much that. And then just trying to get these squirplings, get some size on them. Maybe rehouse some ornamentals, because I've got one that's probably one molt away from needing to get upgraded to something bigger, and then the other regalis that's sort of behind that one is, once it molts again, it'll probably need to get bumped up as well. So sort of doing the flow of upgrades for things.
Yeah.
But
and setting up a guppy tank per Jack Oliver.
Setting up a guppy tank.
Hell yeah.
Which I have some large frozen rats for Jack Oliver, so we can trade some frozen rats for some guppies. So
nice.
I think he's supposed to be down in our neck of the woods here soon.
Good stuff.
He's got family on Hilton Head, so he comes down.
No excuse. No excuse. Billy, what are you bogarting right there?
If you guys are interested, I figured I'd bring some stuff out to show you, since it's been a while since I showed stuff.
Yeah, a little show and tell. We got the wink from Dirty. Let's do it. I'm gonna make you big screen, Billy.
Yep. I guess we'll start from least cool to coolest.
Whoa.
That's supposed to be least cool?
Smitty, how do I make him the big one and then us on the side?
Look at all the oranges in that armpit, man. That's freaking awesome.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That green iguana is pissed.
Yeah, so this is a yearling that I got from Tinley last year. So this is the female. The male I wouldn't be able to hold, like, at all.
Really? He's just skittish, or?
Yeah, he's really standoffish and stuff, but can't really tell. But I like the tail on this one.
Dude, she's so chill, man. They
Yeah,
got
they're
that.
F1s and stuff. But
It's got that like basilisk crest to it.
Yeah, that's a yearling.
yeah,
How much you feed that fucking thing?
actually, I was told I'm underfeeding stuff. Apparently, they can get up
Really?
to breeding size in a year.
Jesus.
Damn, son.
Yeah, and
I
Billy's
breed my
growing
own
all his own
feeders
feeders.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that helps. So that's really cool. So happy with her. And then, hopefully
those,
this guy doesn't get away from me. What's that?
Are those just strictly insectivorous, or are they kind of eating a little bit of whatever?
The greens, they will eat some plant matter and stuff, but mostly insectivorous. Now these
Gotcha.
guys will eat everything. This is one of the Australians from Daytona this year.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Dude, Australian waters are fucking awesome. God, they're so
Yeah.
cool.
So this one's actually really cool because it's from the group that Eddie got from a breeder in Portugal. So like for bloodlines and stuff. So anything Australian, if you can source different bloodlines, that is really cool. But these guys will eat the Missouri insectivore pellets and all that. So that's helped a lot too with not having to worry about always having insects ready for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see how big. I know you guys that were there. You remember all you guys were there. You remember how tiny these guys were.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're doing really good. So I'm hoping this spring to get them outside. These guys are gonna go in the cages I got from you.
Yeah, dude, those things are looking good. They're gonna do great in those, especially if you throw some water in the bottom. I'm sure they'll
Well,
love
shit.
it.
If you put them outside, like I lived when I was in high school earlier. Bert Langerwolf had his place not too far from where I live, and
Oh yeah,
he had all of his Aussie waters outside. Dude, Aussie waters are fucking underrated, dude. I'm so happy you got those. That's legit shit.
yeah. They're gonna go in those little cages I got from Sky, and then Sky's also gonna help me build some really like permanent cages. But I went in and got one out.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
It's a slider burger, bro.
Dude,
Yeah, these guys are doing really good.
those are looking really nice.
How's the data procurement?
It's going very well. I've kept up with it, and
Nice.
I probably got a quarter of a binder worth now on these guys and the Browns and stuff.
Very cool.
and that's the Bernese Black Mountain.
Yeah, these are the blacks, the fairy eye.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're
Can't
looking
you
good.
tell?
Dude, I love how they have those sharp angular rim to those like scoots, almost like a wood turtle.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, I love that.
It looks like an artichoke.
Very, very artichoke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, it's like a jungle wood turtle.
Yeah, no, they're cool and they're growing quick. They're
Jack
guys
Oliver,
remember-
turtle.
just for you, Jack.
Yeah.
Well, I've talked to him about some other stuff that I like, so
Oh,
this will
God.
have to do for now. Yeah.
Jack is fully engorged right now.
Fully. Just sweating. Just face pressed to the monitor. Oh, man.
Yeah, no, these guys are cool.
He's
But
just
still really small. The Browns are way bigger than these guys.
I guess if you had a Chelonian gateway drug, I guess what you're holding would be an appropriate one.
That's it. That's all they're about.
All right.
Sure, it'd be cool, especially the stuff from Daytona for you guys to see.
Oh, for sure, man.
Those guys are cool.
I still can't believe it was 6 months ago, and like, that's just wild.
Just means we only have 6 months to wait.
Yeah, it's true, right?
It's about time to start getting hotels and stuff all squared away. And then we say that for 6 months. We say that for 6 months, and then somebody always waits till the last minute, and then they're surprised that there's not one available.
Yep.
I don't know why I paid $1,000 for 4 nights or 3 nights for a hotel.
Because you don't listen to Danny. Like, she posts it the day it's available. Just do it.
Honestly, it was really more or less because I had Airbnb plans, and then the person that I was going to split the Airbnb with fell through. So then I got fucked on that end, and then didn't have a babysitter. So I'm just a bitch.
That's fine.
At least you're cute.
Yeah. All right.
The only redeeming quality.
That's the best. And
I'll
only
spread
good
my
thing about
cheeks.
All right. On that note, guys, I gotta
Yeah. Well, we're at the 2-hour mark.
Oh, also, I did forget one last thing.
Yeah.
I beat Keller onto the show.
Oh man.
All right. Good
We
night,
got.
guys.
We
I'll
got.
see you later.
Good night, Joe.
Later, man.
We definitely got to have a Keller only episode. It's long overdue. So if
Well,
he's still
apparently, we
awake-
have to completely shift our schedule to make that happen.
well,
Just once.
I mean, I
That'd
guess
be
we could just
fine.
once for Keller. If we're gonna change the schedule for anyone, it should be him.
He blames you.
Billy,
blames
is that
me.
the insectivore diet you're feeding?
No.
No.
So I have 2 of them. I'll look it up real quick. I have a pellet form and then a gel form that I use in I'll do like silicone molds.
Okay.
You know, like to make
Yeah.
ice
Like
things
little
or
chewies.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went on the Missouri website and I didn't realize how much stuff they had. You know, because like you only hear about the rat food and the tortoise diet.
Yep.
You don't hear about.
They got like croc diet and monkey chow and all kinds of weird shit on there.
Well, especially now since I kind of work a little bit with zoo at Bush. I'm starting to see a lot more of the stuff there. But
Yeah, I imagine you have carte blanche to go behind the scenes and whatnot, and see some of the industrial grade food.
well, it's actually no different from they just do the 40-pound bags like we see the tortoise diet at the shows. But it'll be like for giraffes and stuff, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Bear pellets.
Just rodent block for hook stock.
You can see it, but that's the
Okay. Yeah, that was the other one that I was just looking at. Okay. 10-4.
So yeah, I have that one. I have the gel for the insectivore and for the carnivorous reptile. Just trying different things because I really like the idea of feeding a whole bunch of different stuff, and it's not like it's gonna hurt anything.
Yeah,
Those
for sure.
Aussie waters, I can fill up their food bowl. So I'll fill up their food bowl with that and then whatever feeder I have in there. So I figure even if they don't eat it, the feeder will gnaw on the pellets.
Yeah.
And then they eat that.
Yeah. I mean, you see their growth rates and stuff. So
No, they look good. Those Aussies look really good. Colors
Yeah,
are
dude.
nice.
yeah, I can't wait to get them outside, man. We got to get you over here.
I'm ready, dude.
I know I keep telling you, I just need to pull the trigger and get some supplies.
Hey, man. They don't say I'm good with wood for no reason.
Oh my god. Oh.
I
Well,
love this so much.
yeah, I was gonna say on that note.
Hey, he has my wooden cages.
Oh, really? Little tiny little padlock.
Yeah. The smallest
Ooh.
violin you've ever seen in your life.
Actually, his one wooden cage was too big.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Didn't fit.
Yeah, no shit. We gotta take whenever you're ready to do that screen. We gotta shit that thing to the back door.
Yeah, I want to. That'll be the Chinese water dragon lair.
That'll be sick.
Awesome. Smitty, you want to take us out?
This episode, as always, is brought to you by blackboxcages.com. Check them out, Facebook, Instagram. Shop around, racks, cages. You know you need them. Then you use that code THN24 at checkout. Get a little bit of a discount. Choose the pickup option instead of shipping if you are near North Georgia and you want to make the pilgrimage near or far. You won't regret it. And then fulviusapparel.com. Shirts, hats, mugs, all these things. All but one of us are wearing Fulvius stuff right now. One of them's name is Billy Hunt.
Oh, man. At least you didn't single me out.
I know, right? Use the code THN at checkout. Get 15% off your order. That is the exclusive promo code for THN listeners and viewers like you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there it is. The OG beanie.
The fact that you haven't been wearing that the whole time pisses me off. I'm not going to lie.
Look, the fact that I keep getting asked if my hat gets Wi-Fi is no, I'm good.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I can imagine.
It was funny the first time, and then after that, you're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
Mike gets it.
Yeah,
I still love it though.
He's got the coolest Riddler shirt on. Oh, I just realized that's what that was. I thought it was like a head of lettuce or something.
I mean, that wouldn't be too off the mark either, right?
Fucking head of cabbage on his shirt.
Yeah.
Like a realistic yeah.
Oh god.
Cold-blooded caffeine. Get some coffee. Snakes and Stogies blend is worth every sweet caffeinated penny. The clashing of worlds of Mexico and Rwanda coming together in a single bag of the best coffee money can buy. The Snakes and Stogies blend and many others available at coldbloodedcaffeine.com. Use the code SMOKE. Get you a little something off. Try them out. Holidays are coming up. Buy them for a friend. Buy them for yourself. You can buy presents for yourself on Christmas. There's nothing saying you can't.
Yeah, a fine stocking stuffer.
Don't do the ayahuasca. Don't do the ayahuasca.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God,
fine.
there it is.
Like a dirty Santa. Look at him.
He just saw Demi Hoffa.
people,
Come
when
on,
you hear
sit on
something
my
coming down
lap.
your chimney, it's not Santa. It's Dirty Sanchez.
Sit on my lap. We'll talk about the first thing that comes up.
Hey.
Thanks.
Flippington is happening Thursday, Sky. Is that what I've been told?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do a little end of the year recap and
Finally, Jesus.
go over some of the cool finds of this year and stuff and talk about some stuff for next year.
Word. All right.
Excellent.
Everyone tune in for that. We will catch everybody later.
Oh yeah, boys.
See ya.
Later.